In a quiet town surrounded by trees and open skies, there lived a man who believed his life was complete. He had a peaceful home, a loving wife, and a young son who once filled the house with laughter. Their home had a small wooden fence at the back, separating the garden from the open fields beyond. It was nothing special, just old wood and rusted nails, but one day that fence would become a powerful teacher. As the years passed, the man noticed something troubling. His son, who used to smile easily, was changing. The boy's patience was growing thin, and his temper was growing fast. Small things began to irritate him, losing a game, being corrected in class, or hearing a word he didn't like. Anger became his first reaction. At school, the boy started snapping at classmates. At home, his words turned sharp and hurtful. Even neighbors began to notice the change. Slowly, people stopped inviting him to play or talk. The boy didn't realize it yet, but his anger was building invisible walls around him. The father tried everything. He talked calmly, he warned firmly, and he explained gently. But anger doesn't disappear just because someone tells it to. The boy listened, nodded, and then repeated the same behavior the next day. Deep inside, the father worried, not about his son's future success, but about the kind of person he was becoming. One morning, instead of scolding, the father chose a different path. He called his son into the bedroom and placed a small bag in his hands. Inside were nails and a hammer. The boy looked confused. The father said, "From today, every time you lose your temper, go to the backyard and hammer one nail into the fence." The boy didn't understand how this would help, but he agreed. That day, something unexpected happened. By evening, the fence had changed. The boy stood there staring at it. 35 nails hammered into the wood. 35 moments of anger in a single day. For the first time, the boy felt shocked by his own behavior. From that moment on, something shifted. The boy began to notice his anger before it exploded. When he felt his chest tighten or his words rushing forward, he remembered the fence. Slowly, he started pausing. Some days he still lost his temper, but fewer nails went into the wood. The sound of hammering became less frequent. Weeks passed. One day, the boy ran to his father with excitement. "I didn't get angry even once today." The father smiled and said, "Good. Now for every day you control your anger, remove one nail from the fence." This time the task felt lighter. Pulling out a nail felt like progress. Day by day the fence slowly cleared. The boy became calmer, more thoughtful, and more aware of his words. His friends returned. His smile returned. Even his teachers noticed the change. Finally, the day came when there were no nails left. The boy felt proud. He believed the lesson was complete. But the father wasn't finished yet. He held his son's hand and walked him to the backyard. The fence stood there, empty of nails yet covered in holes. The father said softly, "You did very well. I'm proud of you. But look closely." The boy touched the fence. The nails were gone, but the damage remained. "These holes," the father continued, "are what anger leaves behind. When you speak intly, when you hurt others with words, the damage stays, even if you apologize later." He paused and added, "You can remove the knife after a wound, but the scar remains." The boy stood silently. For the first time, he truly understood. Anger is fast. Words spoken in anger are faster. But healing is slow. That fence would never be the same again. Message of the story: anger doesn't just affect the moment. It leaves marks long after the moment has passed. Harsh words cannot be taken back. Apologies can remove guilt, but they cannot erase scars. When we practice awareness and self-control, we begin to notice our triggers before they control us. By being mindful, we learn to respond instead of reacting. And in doing so, we protect relationships that matter more than winning an argument. Control your anger before it controls you, because some fences remember forever. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.